All right, so next we are going to work on our narrow hem. That's the little tiny hem usually on the ends of a chiffon dress or a bridesmaid's dress. Lots of dresses and skirts and tops use this type of hem. So we're going to do it first with the muslin so that you can see how the foot works, and then we'll do it with this tricky, beautiful silk chiffon, which is one of the best uses of this hem. So we don't need any prep. We're just going to take our piece right over to the machine, and our foot here has a little curly Q inside of it, a little pigtail they call it, and that's going to help us flip the fabric over so that it feeds into the machine and gets sewn down that way. What I like to do to start is I like to take my fabric here and turn it over twice, just like it will be when it's finished. I like to start it that way and put the needle in because it's a little hard getting started. Getting started is going to be the hardest part. Don't try to start at the very beginning of the fabric. It's not going to work. Just come a little ways in and give it that fold, put the needle in, and now lift the presser foot and slide that fold into it that you made. Can you see that? So that first fold, and it's going to finish the fold and stitch it down that way. So let's just start. I also wouldn't really suggest trying to backstitch. It can get very complicated. And see, I'm just folding that with my fingers and then trying to feed it in that way. And see how it's coming out the other end? I'm going to tighten up my seam allowance a little bit, or my seam length a little bit to maybe about a 2. But I'm just turning and stopping and feeding that fold in just like that. And that's what it looks like. Nice, clean, beautiful. All right, now for the tricky one. This piece of chiffon, let's cut ourselves a straighter edge if I can, is much thinner, much more slippery. So we're gonna see, I might switch, but we're gonna see if I can get it going on this machine. So we are just, again, folding with our fingers and sending that fold into the pigtail to help it on its way. See how beautiful that is coming out? We'll get it under. And after, one of the things that you have to be careful with is not pulling too tightly with this very thin material, or our edge is going to get really warped. So we just want to carefully feed that fold. And if the fabric curves, which often hemlines will kind of curve, we want to make sure that we're just trying to feed it in a curved way. And then when we're ready, maybe take 1 or 2 back stitches, but not too many because it'll get tangled easily in the machine. But see how you can follow that curve if you're gentle and slow and feed the fabric into the machine the right way. Let's come over and press this. Pressing is going to be really important because no matter how well you sew this seam, this style of seam needs to be pressed to sit flat, but it will. And look at how beautiful that finished seam is. And that is all because of that foot, but it takes time and it takes patience. So just practice.